Hello and welcome to the Phillies pregame show. Joined once again by Gavin Tony, the Gavin Tony. What's going on, Gavin?
Nothing much, man. Just been chilling, playing the new NBA 2K.
Yeah, it just came out.
Just came out. My guy's already at 89, so I guess I need to actually leave my house. But Con, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. Big day for the Phillies last night. We get the win, but almost more importantly, the Brewers fall to the Reds. And the Phillies are now back to 3.5 games up with the tiebreaker. You can call them pretty much 4 games up on the Milwaukee Brewers. It's good right now. It's good. We're back. Listen, yesterday was a little panic. Brewers dropped one today. Looks like we got another easy one today against another pitcher that we murder. Brewers can do whatever we want. We've got control right now. Let's go. We got Marlins next week. Things are looking up again. Just after another night. This is how it works this month of the year. We're under a month left in the season. I'm excited.
I'm not going to, ladies and gentlemen. You guys heard it yesterday. I went on my soliloquy, my rant, whatever you want to call it, about how long it's been since the Phillies have been in October. And I'm still not buying it yet. Con, look. We know this team. We know how this thing can go, and we know what can happen. Ready? What can go wrong will go wrong. The Dallas Cowboys of baseball. I would not believe it's a red October until it's the final game of the season and the Phillies are in it. I mean, 3.5 was nice, but it's not a lot. Just yesterday, and you know this, just yesterday it was what, a half game?
2.5.
2.5. Because I had a doubleheader. Yeah. That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
Well, the Brewers got tough opponents coming up too, but more importantly, we've got 5 straight games against teams that are all out. That's 2 more against the Nationals, 3 more against the Marlins. In Miami, we'll see what happens. But for now, let's talk about the Nats. Syndergaard goes 6, allows 3 runs in 6 innings. Doesn't look good at all. Strikes out 2. But hey, I will say the job was done. Did it pretty much confirm to me that he is the 5th best starter on this team right now? Yes. 100%. Can we trust him in the playoffs? No. No, we cannot. I will have zero faith. A guy who's striking out 2 players against this worst lineup in baseball and allowing 3 runs, never looking solid throughout the game. The Phillies have the lead, as they should against this team. But man, it's just not the Noah Syndergaard.
Let me ask you this.
Remember this. You remember a few years ago with the Mets. Go ahead.
Noah Syndergaard is about to injury a lot, so I don't think that Noah Syndergaard's here.
Of
But
course.
Let me ask you this though: how many hits did he give up?
8 hits.
8 hits. How many runs were scored?
3.
I'm not a math genius, but we all know the number of that. A lot of men were stranded on base. See, here's the thing, Con. He doesn't have to be excellent. He has to be near perfect. He just has to be good. He can't be decent. He has to be good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
We're talking about the Nationals here.
I'm not saying Noah Syndergaard is Lord Savior and he'll do everything right. All right. I'm not saying that, but here's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
What if Ranger Suarez gets lit up today?
I don't see it happening.
I'm just saying what if? Anything can happen in baseball, Con.
Yeah, it's true.
It takes one swing of the bat.
It's just that Syndergaard's gotten lit up in almost every game he's played.
Okay, that's fine.
And he's played the Pirates and the Nationals and the Reds every time he's been out there. And he's getting lit up. Because listen. You give up hits.
Are they wins?
Gavin.
I'm so serious. Are they wins?
Oh, Aaron Nola right now is the 2nd-ranked pitcher in the National League by value.
Okay.
He is 9-11. 9 wins, 11 losses.
This is a crazy number, especially.
He's 2nd-ranked in the MLB. Wins and losses mean nothing for baseball as a pitcher, unless you're giving up 0 runs.
I'm talking about when he was on the mound. Did the Phillies win? I think there was one game where it was off when they lost.
Gavin, I completely disagree with you here. Like 100%. Syndergaard has been a bum out there. He's been a guy. He's just been a guy to give us innings. And he hasn't been bad, but he's not been good at all. I won't say he's getting killed by these teams, even though he has been. He has had his days. But in a playoff game, no. Not even. I don't want to see him on the mound. And considering we're going to be in a wild card series, considering it's going to be a 3-game series, considering we'll probably be going out of that series, we probably won't see Syndergaard at all. But if we say, and there's a scenario, we get to the NLDS, game with Syndergaard on the mound is not going to go our way.
You know it'd be funny, ladies and gentlemen, and I know you guys would never seen his face, but or seen when he's like this. When Kon is speechless, it is the funniest thing in the world. Because he has nothing to say and he just submits.
When have I been speechless?
A lot of times.
When?
You really want me to go through this right now? Yes. I'm trying to make a point.
Yes. I do want you to go through it. Please.
I'm trying to make a point.
I'd like to go through it.
We will. We can. Just let me make my point.
We won't go through it.
Excuse me? Look. All I'm trying to say is, what if Noah Syndergaard turns it around and plays?
I hope so.
Like, and my thing is, I would love for Noah Syndergaard to come out his next start just to shut you up. I mean,
so would I.
Say again.
So would I.
Okay, so I would love. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you the times that Kon was speechless and had nothing to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
His New York Knicks.
My New York Knicks.
Your New York Knicks.
Been a Knicks fan for under a year. I love the Knicks.
Listen, that is a terrible franchise to pick. I wish you picked somebody else. Anyway.
About the NBA, I don't watch a single game all year, except only when Giannis plays in the playoffs.
And you couldn't even stay in the Wells Fargo Center for that long, okay? We know. That was another time you were speechless. You got thrown out of the Wells Fargo Center.
I did.
That's a troublemaker. But anyway, as I described, Noah Syndergaard, it's not like you had the opportunity to get Carlos Rodon. Remember that back in the trade deadline, there was talks about the Phillies maybe getting Rodon at the end. You picked Syndergaard. I wasn't ecstatic, but it wasn't terrible.
I was happy.
You were happy.
I was. I have nothing against him. I have nothing against him. But guess what? Every game I've watched, he's been bad.
So maybe you shouldn't watch. Maybe you shouldn't watch. Look,
I want the Phillies to win, and we're not winning with this guy.
God,
unless listen, if we find the Nationals in the World Series, we're gonna win.
But I watched him. So he wasn't he undefeated in his first 4 starts for the Phillies.
His ERA, I believe, was a 4.5.
I'm not talking about ERA. I'm talking about
wins and losses. That mean nothing.
Okay, it means nothing to you.
It means nothing.
It means nothing to you, but
it means nothing to anybody.
But no, it means nothing to you.
It means nothing in baseball.
I'm not talking about his personal wins and losses. I'm talking about when Noah Syndergaard, when Thor steps on the mound, and when the game's all said and done, did the Phillies win or lose?
Who are we playing?
And his first person to answer the question.
Who are we playing?
Because I've seen Aaron Nola get lit up by bums and all that.
Who are we playing? I'm asking. Who are we playing?
Cincinnati, I think.
We win. Every game, almost.
I think I'm just saying, I'm not saying the level of competition was there. I'm just saying, when Noah Syndergaard steps on the mound, his first 4 starts, did the Phillies win with him? Whether
they won.
And I'm not talking about, the bullpen came in and had to fight the lead back. I'm talking like he left the game with the lead and the Phillies won. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's all that matters to me.
Yep. He is a above average AAA pitcher. I agree with you. He would dominate AAA.
No. He is a decent. He's
starter. Dominating these AAA lineups.
I said he's a decent starter.
He is dominating these AAA lineups.
He's a decent starter. That's all I'm trying to say. He's just a decent starter. There's nothing like me and you both agree that injuries ruin Noah Syndergaard, right?
Yes.
He was a
really, really good pitcher.
He also got owned by Trevor Bauer on Twitter too, but we're not going to talk about that. That's for another day. But Kon, injuries ruin Noah Syndergaard? Yes. Is he still a great pitcher? No. Is he at least decent? Yes. No. Yes, he is.
Can I ask you this? And you don't even. There's only one answer. Who's been better in the last 5 starts? Bailey Falter, Noah Syndergaard.
Bailey Falter.
By a lot.
Yes. But here's
Okay.
my thing.
Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez, and Gibson's getting cold. But guess what? Number 4, Bailey Falter. Number 5, Noah Syndergaard.
I'm not saying that me and you both sat here and said Noah Syndergaard is not what he used to be, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You're saying he's not decent. I'm saying he's decent.
Look, he's okay.
Now he's okay.
He is. But that okay is not good. There's two different things. Okay is he'll be your 3 on Oakland. He's all right. He goes out there. He finishes 6. He gets lit up along the way, but he's out there. No, it doesn't blow you away. A pitcher that doesn't strike anybody out, and his ERA is not under 3 or under 3 and at least under 4. Give me under 4 if you don't strike anybody out and you're letting people on base the whole game. That's fine. Syndergaard is not. Syndergaard's ERA is way above 4. And he's not doing it against the Cardinals and the Dodgers. He's doing it against the Pirates and the Reds.
How are you gonna fault him for that when the schedule doesn't permit?
Because he's still giving up runs. He's not shutting anybody down at all. We can move on, but we can move on from Syndergaard.
I'm just saying I know it's not the greatest in the world. I'm not saying that Noah Syndergaard is Randy Johnson by any means possible, or Billy Wagner or these guys. Or hell, let's just make it more modern because that's like back in the 1900s, whatever. Is he? He's not a Luis Castillo. He's not a Garrett Cole pre-Spider Tank. He's not one of those guys. I understand that. But for this team and for how bad pitching has been, you can't.
Not that bad.
No. I'm talking about over the years, right?
Okay.
Over the years.
Fair.
You cannot sit here and tell me that this is the worst guy we had in a while. Over the years.
Yeah, we did go out there last year with our 4 was Matt Moore and our 5 was Chase Anderson. So we have improved on our 5, but he is the 5 on the team.
Okay, I'm not making a case to say Noah Syndergaard is a 3. I'm not saying that.
Well, then he's not. Listen, if we're talking about it, he's a 5, then we have to understand that being a 5 on a rotation is expendable.
Honestly, you could, if you want to rewrite that bottom right now. You want to rewrite that bottom. Mm-hmm. Number 1 through 3 stay in check. You want to rewrite the bottom. Here we go. You could go. You got to kick out Gibson because he's cold.
Yeah.
And then that moves Falter into what? 4?
Yeah.
Or 3? My bad.
No. Rangers 3. See here. Let's do this way. How would you describe Ranger right now? As a pitcher.
I trust him. How about that?
Yeah, a lot more than Syndergaard.
Say again?
A lot more than Syndergaard.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that
listen, we're describing Suarez.
Is Noah Syndergaard better than Kyle Gibson? Yes or no? Right now.
Right now, I don't. It's close.
Like that's what I'm trying to ask you. There's guys that are, I won't say way worse, but it's equally as you're making it out to be. As equally as bad as Syndergaard's been. Is he is the worst out of the bunch? I don't think so.
Okay, I would say Syndergaard has been better than Gibson, but Gibson has been more impressive throughout, certain games this season.
That's fine.
But Gibson's gotten blown up. Syndergaard hasn't gotten blown up like Gibson in some games. Gibson, when he's off, he's really off.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Then again,
that's the point I'm trying to make. Is yes,
I agree with that he's better than Gibson, but then again. In a playoff game, we haven't even seen him against.
I don't even want neither one of these guys to play again. How about that? Let's do that like that.
Well, then you can't call him decent. Decent is really close to good. Like I would call Ranger decent. You know what I mean?
I would say above average.
Yeah, sure.
And then I would say
can't call Syndergaard that.
I would say Noah Syndergaard's average to below average.
There we go. I agree with that.
And then Kyle Gibson's below average.
Kyle Gibson, yeah, he's right around that.
Yes, below average, but has great moments.
It's going to be interesting what they do in the playoffs because also Eflin, back in rehab, pitched 2 innings last night, gave up a run, but
That's normal.
He's pitching, of course. First game back in months. So we'll have 7 filters. Not really. He's been our guy we throw in there when we need a 5th, but he has been improving dramatically. So we'll really have 7 starting pitchers on the roster, starting caliber pitchers on the roster come playoff time if we're in there.
I'm going to buy you a Syndergaard jersey. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm guessing we'll throw Syndergaard in the pen along with Eflin and Gibson. No, and Falter. It'll be interesting. I don't know.
You know what you need? I'm going to get you this for Christmas. I'm going to get you a Noah Syndergaard jersey.
Please do not.
I will.
Let's
personally signed by the man himself.
Listen, I am hoping Syndergaard turns it around.
Especially you wish on his downfall just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I actually don't wish on anybody on the Phillies downfall. I want, like, there's some years where I bias against players. I really just want the Phillies to win.
I feel like this is one of your years.
Yeah, no. I really want the Phillies to win this year. Like, really bad. Like, a lot. So, like, there's some players that I don't like more than I like. The only argument I'm making is Syndergaard has not been good, and I do not trust him. So, let's look at the lineup for tonight. Because it's a fun lineup. I think this is one of our more fun lineups of the year. Because Bohm and Real Muto are out, which hurts. They're obviously resting, which, against a guy like Eric Fetty, who has a 5 ERA and the Phillies have murdered. In 18 at-bats, Harper has 5 home runs against this bum. He will be facing Ranger Suarez. The line goes like this. Kyle Schwarber leading off. Kyle Schwarber needs to heat up. He's cold right now. No doubt about it. He needs to heat up. Rhys Hoskins. Wow. He is hitting right now. Can he play defense? No, he cannot, just like everyone else on the team. But he is hitting right now, which is fun. Harper, back in his 3-hole for the first time since before he got hurt. That's nice to see. Bryson Stott cleaning up, getting the lefties in there to face Eric Fetty, who has had a lot of trouble against these lefties. Gene Segura in the 5, like that. Nick Maton bumped up to the 6th spot for I think the highest he's been all season. Another really, really good player. Garrett Stubbs has to be the best backup catcher in baseball this year, right?
No disagree.
And Mundo Sosa back in. He's been red hot. And Brandon Marsh, 9. Listen, whatever you say what you want about Marsh, it's not Matt Vierling, so I don't care. And we said Ranger Suarez pitching. So I like this lineup a lot. Stacked lefties, which we said I'm sure Alec Bohm and JT Realmuto will get at bats later in the game once the bullpen comes in. And the bullpen will probably come in early here once they put in the lefty, but should be another nice win for the Phillies. If the Brewers can lose, they'll go 4.5 up. Either way, we'll be heading into Sunday in a good spot.
I have no problem with this line. This line is a little bit weird to me. I guess
of course.
You haven't seen it in a while. That's why.
Missing 2 of our players.
You're missing 3. You're missing Castellanos. Don't forget. It's a little bit disrespectful on you or unconscious.
Yeah, he's on IL. He's
I understand. I'm just saying it's a little bit disrespectful. Look, Schwarber, man, if there's ever a time for him to actually do something, get back, it's today.
Yeah.
It's today.
It's a good day against the bad righty today.
It's a good day versus a really bad righty. Bold prediction, I have a Schwarber, Harper, and Stott bomb today.
I like
that today.
Let's kill him today. Let's put up 15.
Look, man. I don't know where you're getting these football high score numbers.
Hey.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I'm feeling more 7-0 today. Or 7-2.
Come on. Give Ranger something.
No, Ranger goes 7 strong. Just high pitch count takes him out, and then bullpen gives up 1 or 2, and then that's it.
All right, no problem. Put in Nick Nelson. He'll probably give up a bomb or something. They'll have to take him out and use somebody else as usual.
David Robinson going right back to what he was, hot garbage.
He's been bad, yeah. They got to figure him out. Hopefully when we get one of these starters back in from rehab. And also Sir Anthony's in rehab as well. But once we get Eflin in there, and Wheeler, of course, still. Hopefully, he'll make his next start. But it's gonna be interesting what they want to do with. Probably send Nick Nelson down, or I mean, we got a lot of AAA guys in there right now, like Vinny Natoli and a bunch of random dudes. But Eflin can be a long inning guy for you. Suarez has done it before, but you really rather Suarez be your third starter. And we talked about, we see what they do with Gibson, Syndergaard, and Falter. So, also Dalton Guthrie had a big night last night. First hit, first RBI. Good for him.
What a name!
Yeah.
What a name! Con, I mean, this team, from the start to finish, as a whole, it didn't look good. We fired my favorite manager, Joe Girardi, but I had to give out the Joe Girardi biasness. It wasn't working. I had to go. Get Rob Thompson, who looks like most likely will be back next year, unless some magical
Catastrophe.
But it's not even magical.
It'd be bad.
It has to be. And guys, I'm talking like the damn, like the Phillies have to lose out the rest of the year, starting today. But it looks like he'll be back next year. I don't know how long Sam Hinkie, our general manager, has left in him. Man's old as dirt. So Jimmy Rollins will be taking over. I think that'll be let's talk about it. Future for all his aspirations, Jimmy Rollins.
Sure.
I like it.
Love Jimmy.
And in the words of John Milton, let's go spend stupid money. The stupidest money I ever spent was going to watch the terrible team get blown up by the Reds a long time ago, Con. They lost 12-0. 12-0. This has nothing to do with it. I'm just reminiscing. But Con, all jokes aside, they should win today easily.
Yeah.
I mean 7-2, maybe closer.
I would be stunned if they lost today, really.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be stunned.
I wouldn't be.
Why do you say that, honestly?
Because there's games where I thought the Phillies should destroy and they don't. I'm just being honest.
Well, we are 19-1 against the Nationals in our last 20.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying, but Con, one swing of the bat, any given Sunday. You know the saying, any given Sunday, one final shot, one swing of the bat. Like it's anything can happen.
Of course, it's baseball. You can't sweep everybody, but when you put up a bad righty on the mound who has trouble with control against lefties,
Well, you should win, yeah.
Yeah, and you stack these lefties in here who are all hitting well. I mean, everyone's hitting well in this lineup, except Schwarber's a little cold, but I expect to win here.
Someone give my man Schwarber a cheesesteak and he'll swing again.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely. Sure.
Pretty much it, yeah. Yeah, anything else?
Not really, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good weekend. Go Phils, and tomorrow the Birds. We got something for y'all. Did that drop yet? I don't think so.
We're gonna drop the Eagles pregame either tonight after this or early morning tomorrow.
Early morning tomorrow, most likely makes more sense. Keep it like that.
Yeah.
Guys, what a time to be alive. The city of Philadelphia, we're rocking. Postseason maybe in a way for the Phillies. The Eagles come back tomorrow. The Sixers are coming back pretty soon. Con is a Ben Simmons fan. And Con, I don't got nothing else for you.
That's it. Go Phil, babe.
We're the fans. We'll be back next week. Have a good one, everybody.
See you.